Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 19 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, Jason pitched at home against the New York Mets, pitching for 6 innings, allowing 9 hits and a walk for 4 runs, but no homers, collecting 6 strikes and a no decision in a game that the Diamondbacks ultimately did, what did we do? Win. We did win that one. Okay. Yeah, so we are going to have to get back out here and get some more out here, and it looks like our next game will be against the Miami Marlins, another team that Jason is a former member of. Like I said before, this is turning into something of a revenge tour for Jason in the National League, going back to take revenge on all the teams that turned him down last time around. So, having some fun with this. So, we're going to have to keep going with it. Going to keep working with Matt Trevino here, I think. Get this curveball working. See if we can't get some more outs with it. It's not really been a strikeout pitch, but you know, if we can get some ground outs or get some strikeouts with it, that'd be cool. Presentation. So, time to either work on our friendships or establish a rivalry. And I guess I don't really care about the Marlins too much. So let's go ahead and reluctantly make friends with some of our teammates. We'll start with our bullpen mates. Ryan Bowie. Let's see. Where do we want to do? Where do we want to go? I think I want to continue working on this lightning rod stuff. Let's go get it. Alright, looks like we're going out here against the Miami Marlins in Chase. Now, Jason has faced off against the Marlins a grand total of 9 times before in 6 starts. He has a 3-2 record against them, a 4.62 ERA, and a 3.36 WOBA. So bad results against him, or not great results against him previously. Actually, some of the worst results against another team, which is funny enough, but we're going to have to get out here and kind of make amends here with them, because we're going to be stuck in this division. We're going to be stuck in this league with them probably for the next 2 years. So let's get out here and get it.
It's an overcast afternoon here in the desert Southwest as we welcome you inside Chase Field in Phoenix. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Marlins attempt to break out the brooms in this 3-game series right after this. Jason Parham gets the start for Arizona in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
Malik Smith the next to hit.
Leading off the
and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The center fielder, Malik Smith.
All right, yeah, let's try to get a strikeout and not allow a run this inning. That's the ideal, at least.
Here comes the first pitch.
Curveball first pitch.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Well, guys,
it's going to be a day game today. 1.111 start first pitch.
And in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
111. Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Roll. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip. So
bunt.
Big to get this win
foul.
Here today.
Yeah,
serves
last
him
game
right
in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
Try that curveball outside corner. Swing and a miss. Thanks for playing. Have a seat and get comfortable.
And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, I'm looking for signs of life from Stephen Piscotty. Watching his last game, he went 0 for 4, and it just looks like he's out of sync right now. Maybe this game is the game that gets him going.
I would really prefer not to let any of these guys get a turnaround game off of Jason, but
for the Marlins, Rich.
It's really not up to me now, is it?
He'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and
change up, no swing.
Our temperature not quite as hot as we'd expected. 85 degrees, the reading at first pitch. And he misses low
2 pitches
with it, 2-0.
down, no swing on
set up
either of
behind
them,
the
so it's
plate is
0-2.
Kenny Jansen, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the
Mike
book on
Zunino
Kenny
calls for a
Jansen,
third,
not a very
calls for a
big zone
curveball,
fight.
middle
He
of the
will give you
plate.
that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees.
That gets a
If this
strike.
pitcher can execute
Not
consistently,
quite where he wanted
you better
it,
make
but
the adjustment.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
so we'll try the changeup like he calls for.
Oh, now here's a drive out.
And that's zinged into the gap in left field, so that's going to be
Digging for 2.
a double here. No, it's going to be, he's going 3.
The relay throw.
And that is going to be a triple for Rich
That's his
Alanis.
second triple of the season. For some hitters, that's a career. Good swing and great hustle to pick up the 3-bagger.
Man, shortstop hitting himself a nice triple there to the gap.
Brian Jimenez. It's been
So
a really
let's not put any more changeups in that spot. How about
April numbers on your screen? First delivery to him.
swing and a miss, curveball down.
Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike.
I really want a pop up here.
Hard stuff
Or a
on the
strike.
corner,
I'll
and
take
he's got
either.
him 0-2 now.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect. but if
Chops
anything is
a
belt or above, you
curveball
got
down
strike.
below the zone. Inside curveball is now the call.
Now another
I wonder if
0-2.
Zunino's got money on me doing this. And that's going to be a dubious strike call, though. Strike call nonetheless. Brian Jimenez goes down on strikes, 2 to curveball. And that'll be the second strikeout of the game, and that'll be 2 away here.
2 outs instead of 1. Basically need a hit.
I'll bring up Steven Piscotty. Not great career numbers against Jason, mostly with the A's, 111 batting average, so got himself about 1 hit in every 9, so 2 hits in his about 17 plate appearances.
He's set and the pitch.
Change up,
And he
first
lays
pitch
off
gets a
here, but
strike.
it's a cold strike 1. Alanis at third with 2 away.
Curveball inside.
Shot toward right center.
And that is sprayed
And they're
out
gonna
into
strike
right
first this
field.
afternoon as this is down
That'll allow a
for
run to
extra
come
bases.
across, and that'll be a double.
Third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Well, that fails that challenge, but it is what it is. Piscotty got himself a nice curveball that Jason hung, and he squared it up.
That is big. The left fielder, number
Anthony
25.
Santander, the next to bat. Batting
two-seamer
left-handed
in
here
there.
as he takes a look at strike 1.
Let it fly right here.
You're supposed to work off the fastball
And
is
he
the
misses
rule.
with it 1-1.
That one looked
If
like
they
it
don't-
could
it's kinda like
easily
the pass
have gone
game
the other
in,
way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1.
Kind of like the pass game in
But now
football,
this next
if
pitch,
you don't mind me mixing my
strike
sports
comes in
metaphors
biggest
here.
of the at-bat.
2-1 the
If
count.
you don't force them to respect your run game, they can really stifle your pass game, and it really doesn't help you very much.
2 out here and a runner at second.
Let it rip right here.
Taps the curveball there. We'll give him a cutter inside, make him think about it. Not an efficient outing for Jason so far. Swing and a miss on the cutter inside, so Jason gets 3 strikeouts in the inning and limits the damage to 1 run. But that still is a double and a triple, and 19 pitches thrown here in the first inning. See how the Diamondbacks respond in the bottom.
Now in the box, Matt Chapman.
Leading off for the
He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Now, believe it or not, this is the first time Jason has faced Matt Chapman. One of the best third basemen in the game right now.
First pitch
Certainly
coming,
tearing
there
it up with the Athletics.
Curveball taken for a strike on the inside. Well, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, the Fish have their sights set on a series sweep here today.
One of the toughest things to do at this
Change up
level is
outside,
to win
doesn't
on
get back to
road.
the zone.
With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
The 1-1
Try the cutter up.
is off the plate,
Can't
up
hit
and away.
plate
And
on
they're
that
gonna
one,
get
so it's
something close to a
2-1.
repeat effort out of their pitching staff in this game to the one they got yesterday. That would certainly help the cause.
No doubt about that.
That'll be a grounder over to second, and that'll be Matt Chapman out.
They can continue to throw more zeros up in this one today.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's spot shadow Bryce Harper, and why wouldn't we? He's only one of the best players in the game. He puts it on the line every night in the field.
Change up, first pitch, gets a strike.
No balls and a strike to count.
Here we go, guys.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Swing and a miss.
By him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water.
Let's try the curveball.
Right after you, trying to end it quick.
Taps it. Got a little bit higher than I intended it to.
Stays alive. Bases are empty. One man out.
About one right off the corner. Not so much.
1-2.
Okay.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common
slider
pitch
outside.
in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Off the end of the bat, it's out there for Harper to go get to. That'll end the inning. Excuse me. No, it will not end the inning. That'll be the second out.
Set to get his
the usual suspects out here behind the dish: Mike Zunino, first base Morris Lamb, second base Jaime Gutierrez, shortstop Jack Reinheimer, third base Mark Madsen, outfield Rhys Hoskins, Bryce Harper, and Jock Peterson. Left, right, and center, respectively. And on the mound, as usual, Mr. Jason Parham.
First pitch of the at-bat.
That'll get sprayed out there to left field. So Jason's curve, not really respecting it, or maybe they're just seeing it really well.
Hey, they always say hitting in the 8-hole in the National League is one of the toughest jobs to do, because you're hitting in front of the pitcher.
I'll bring up the pitcher, Sandy Alcantara.
Like an 8-hole hitter. You want to get out of that spot? Guess what? Newsflash. Be better. Because basically every other hitter in the lineup is hitting in front of you, except the pitcher.
Swing and a miss.
Couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays
swing and a miss on the changeup.
It's going to make for a long day for the offense.
I don't feel too polite right now. Let's give him the curve.
Strike three call.
And that will be a curveball for him. And that'll strike out. That'll strike out the pitcher, and that'll end the inning.
Next from Miami, Malik Smith.
Still nothing across for Arizona here going into the third.
Okay, last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off.
Two-seamer up and in.
Let's see if he
gets
can
a
make
strike.
an adjustment right here. You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west.
That'll get a strike.
Right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy
and the call,
more north-south.
Curveball low.
Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys
are afraid
to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys.
And that's just squirted back up the middle. Reinheimer's got it. Malik Smith thrown out at first, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Rich Alanese.
Number 13, shortstop, Rich Alanese.
Right, we'll give him a nice fastball up and in. That was not particularly up and in, Jay. That was kind of middle of the plate.
This guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one.
Rounder over to first. Morris Lamb's got it. That'll be the second out.
And he's out. Digging in to try it again, Brian Jimenez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Curveball first pitch.
Frustrating to go down looking.
Swing and a miss.
Though you'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him.
Not sure how he missed that one, but he didn't. Had good timing on it too, so let's be careful with that.
Just does manage to get a piece there.
Two-seamer down. Swung and missed. How about another curveball?
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Back up the middle.
That'll be past Reinheimer there, so that'll be another base hit for the Marlins, it'll be the first hit for Brian Jimenez.
Much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball.
Bring up Stephen Piscotty again.
Off the plate and low here, ball one. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
Two-seamer down. Swing and a miss on one inside. 96 miles an hour with movement.
Ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I
Okay,
suppose.
95 outside.
Taken there, 2-1
2-1
now.
count. We'll try another curve.
Now the 2-1.
Swatted, and he can't get to that one.
But he can't haul it in. It's through for a base
Well, that'll be
hit.
2 for 2 for Piscotty
A little
here.
bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole.
Starting to
for
feel
single.
that lack of defense here in Arizona.
Into the box, Anthony Santander.
Cutter gets inside for strike one.
0 for 1 here in the early going. Well
And
behind
swings
that
and
fastball
misses
is a
at that
swinging
two-seamer
strike.
down. Late on that.
Hey, we got two down. All right, one time right here.
Even one above the
The
zone.
0-2.
One ball.
Smart to
No,
lay
not
off
so
there
much.
as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that.
Hey, you
Give him a
got it. No one
curveball
better.
inside,
Let's
see
go.
if he swings at it.
Tough
He
curveball
does.
that time, but he's able to make a little
he
contact
just fouls
to
it
keep
off.
his at
Hey,
bat
you can do
going.
it. No one better. Let's
I'll
go.
tell you right now, he let go of that one, and he wanted to pull it back. That was a hanger, bad spot over the hard to plate. He's lucky. He's lucky that's getting sent back to him.
Let's get out of this. Easy way now.
And he just got froze on that one, and that's his second strikeout of the game. Jason gets out of the inning without another score, and that'll be Diamondbacks back up. And somehow I've managed to add an extra hit to this that doesn't deserve to be here.
Up next for Arizona, Jason Parham. He, of course, the most valuable player in last summer's All-Star game.
They're not going to shut up about that, are they?
The fastball here is he'll take a look
I mean, yeah,
at ball
MVP
one,
in the All-Star
1-0.
game, that's nice and all, but Jason only pitched like 2 innings in that one.
Popped him up.
Pop up, is that going to stay
Chapman
fair?
Fence.
And he brings it in on
Barely.
the running track.
Okay.
So that
Well,
brings up
Arizona
the
gets,
0-2
again, nothing
chance for
going.
Matt Chapman.
The third
Hey,
baseman,
get a good one up there, huh?
Matt Chapman.
First
Try a
pitch of the
curveball
at-bat.
low.
And
Get
a
the
ball
corner
strike
for strike
down in
one.
the zone, 0-1.
Try the cutter outside now.
Line drive to left.
Line into left field. Hoskins has it, and that'll be the set first out.
This is hauled in for the first out.
Reese Hoskins is really a first baseman by trade. They tried him out in left field, and his defense left something to be desired. And I guess they never changed. I mean, the roster file for the show 18 was based off of him being out in left field. But, like, I'm led to understand that he is not a left fielder by trade, and they'd really rather have him at first base.
One out here. We got one.
That, in fact, is the position he's playing this year in 2019.
This is
And that's going to be lined up into the left field for Hoskins to pick up, and Chapman gets himself a base hit here.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single.
No, sorry, that was Tomas Nido, so that'll be his second base hit here. Yeah, I've got a hit here that I can't account for.
Woody Culver.
Stepping in now, Woody Culver, as he'll watch a
Takes
first pitch curveball drop in
Takes
there
a
for
hung
strike one.
curveball. Really had no excuse not to swing at that one.
One and one.
Just off the black.
Go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Cutter inside, gets a swing.
1 run, 6 hits, and
Slider inside
so far
now
for the Marlins.
Hey, you're pinched.
Give him a slider inside.
Inside
Just
right,
off the
slider,
black,
2-2.
man. That was almost an accidental
That's a great take
strikeout.
right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot.
Swing and a miss on the
Inside
changeup, and that'll be a
Swing and miss on the
strikeout.
changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Alcantara.
For Sandy Alcantara,
on its way.
curveball, first
And that's
pitch.
in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Give him another one, second pitch.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
Ball 1.
Breaking ball.
I'll give him one
Just a
third
bit
pitch if
low.
I have to. Come on, son.
Grounded weakly toward
Swats it
third.
over to third, and that'll be the third out.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no
I mean, I
runs on
really
the
shouldn't
hit here,
have,
no
but like,
errors,
I got to
1
get
man
those
left
10
on.
curveball
To the
outs, and
bottom.
I got to take them where I can get them. They got a no-hitter going here into the 5th inning. Or at the very least into the bottom of the 4th.
So far. First pitch of the at-bat on
Sandy
its way.
Alcantara here,
And this pitch is
out here
taken
doing
off the
some
inner half
absolute
of strike
work
1.
on the Diamondbacks. Swing and a
Just
miss.
a low ball there, and he's
Change
quickly
up,
down
down,
in
out of the
count
zone, and
0-2.
that'll be strike 2. Try the curveball now. Inside corner.
Pulls this one into the air.
And he
out into
yanks it right field.
has a
Harper's
read
got
on
it, and that'll be the
that's
first out.
First out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rich
The bat,
Alanis.
number
He got
13.
on top of one and was a
Shortstop.
ground out victim last time.
Alanis.
First pitch
Try to
coming.
cut her
Here it
away
is.
first pitch.
The cutter runs
Can't get the
outside,
zone with
ball
it.
1.
Try a two-seam up.
And this one's
That's
over
a
for
strike.
a high strike. 1-1. One out, nobody on.
Hey, you can do it. No
How
one better.
about
Let's
a
go.
changeup? They got that up in Mike Zunino's business.
The 1-2. Still
Taps
hanging with him.
the
Another
slider
good swing
there.
to keep it
He was
going.
early on that one. How about we slow him down further with the curveball in the dirt?
Come on, guys.
The 1-2. This is
And he got that
foul
one, too.
Right side.
Okay, well, I'm feeling cheeky. Let's give him the Ant Special.
Gets him looking up
And
around the
that will
letters.
be a strikeout. Why would you even
Big
throw that
curveball
ball?
for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on
number
those.
23.
Standing in now.
Brian Jimenez takes
Strike
takes the
one to
fastball
start
for
the
strike
at-bat.
1.
Here we go, boys.
High in the air.
Curveball, that's
to deep
gonna-
center. Back goes Peterson. Oh, but
That's gonna be in play. Wasn't above the yellow line, so that is going to be a double there for Brian Jimenez, who's 2 for 3 on the day.
He didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much because that's his second hit of the ball game. This
And
one
here
got
comes
double. I'm
Stephen
sure he's gonna
Piscotty,
like a lot
man
better
in
about
scoring
the way he's
position
going
with 2
right now.
outs.
Even Piscotty.
What are we thinking?
Your way now.
He's 2 for 3 on the day with a double. Got an RBI already.
Come on, one time right here.
So it's time to see what we can do with him. We're going to strike him out.
And make him come to you.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch.
Two-seam up, no swing.
Across the zone there. Ball 1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitch stead either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Holds off and
Stuff
change
is
up down. That's
obviously the important key to
2-2.
being
2-1
dominant on the
rather.
mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really
And
spotted
that's
that pitch.
3-1.
And it misses. 3-1 now.
Dangerous count. Curveball. Swing and a miss.
2 strikes for Stephen Piscotty.
You know he wants to end
Got
this
it
inning
full
right
now.
here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Come on, let it rip right here.
We're going to go curveball, low outside corner. Try to keep it inside enough that the ump won't call it a ball. But that's going to be over to first base, and that is going to get us out of the inning. So we failed the challenge, but we got the batter out. Kept the score from coming across. Arizona still hitless through 4 innings. Let's see if they can change their fates here in the bottom of the 5th.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks. Jason
Oh dear.
He'll look to bring home that tying run from
Drive in a run.
into the outfield.
Okay, sure, why not?
Hey, come on, guys, let's go.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Okay, that one
Fastball off the plate
plate.
there, and it's ball 1.
He's got to look for the fastball.
For a good one, huh?
That's pretty much.
And he watches a called
That was a
strike.
good fastball
as this
to
one
look
bears
for.
in on him. 1-1. Lamb.
Pretty much
over at
all
second.
you can hope to hit,
Zunino
Jay.
on at first with 2 down. Tries to
Change up
on him
outside.
there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
No need to get
Great chance
hasty
right
here.
as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it. And
3-1
rip it.
count here.
3-1 to him now.
He's going to throw me one. This would be the one to throw me.
And he
But,
misses here.
in
Ball
fact,
4.
that's just going to be a
Somehow he
changeup below the
manages
zone, and
his
he's going to
opposite
walk
number.
me.
Wow. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and
Jason's
settle
still,
this guy down a bit.
excuse me. Jason's still 1 for 10 on the year in terms of plate, in terms of at bats, but got himself a nice little walk.
Back to the top
Jaime
spot.
Gutierrez got himself on the plate now, 0 for 2 so far.
As he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that
And bases are loaded. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, and we make it happen here. Let's go.
Ready with the 1-1 down the first baseline.
That is going to be a
This
foul
will get
ball.
fouled. It's a ball and 2
1-2
strikes.
count.
Hey, 2.
That's lifted the other way.
Nice hit. That one's going, but not far enough. Warning track power. And Sandy Alcantara gets out of that inning without a scratch. Couple hits, break up the no-hitter, but that'll end the inning.
Ready for another chance? Anthony Santander.
Santander here is working on an 0 for 2 game with 2 strikeouts, and I want to give him a hat.
Here comes the first pitch.
That's a curveball over for a strike.
Hey, let's go now. You got this.
Try to change up down. Swing and a miss.
Action on the circle change, swung out and missed. 0-2.
This guy's pitching
where are
really
we
well
going?
in this one so far. You could just see
We're
he's
going
all
low.
confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Looking to send
Jason, of course, the poster model for sassy.
Weak grounder down the line at third.
That'll be a foul ball.
This will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Let's try the slider down. I haven't thrown hardly any sliders today.
I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Swatted over to third, and that should do it.
Throw to first gets him, so the
That got him.
Man's retired here to begin the 6th. Digging in now.
I mean, he's allowed a lot of hits today, but Jason is still doing reasonably well in terms of allowed runs.
Hey, try that pitch, huh? Here you go.
He said before
First
allowing a home
offering on
run
its
to Matt
way.
Chapman.
Run!
Morris Lamb's got that one, and he's going to make it on over.
That's all.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Stepping up to the plate, Tomas Nido. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That one's
All
down
right.
around the knees.
Cut her
Taken
down.
for a strike.
Try the 2-seamer inside.
Lifted in the air toward the line in right.
Off the end of the
On
bat,
move
and
is
that's going to
Harper.
fly out to
In
Bryce
the corner,
Harper
he
in
makes
right,
the
and that'll end the
catch
inning.
to end the inning.
So
Miami
come on, guys.
down in
We
order.
really need to get
They
some
lead it
offense on.
1-0.
2, 3, and 4 hitters up to the plate. We need to get some runs across.
Digging in once again, Woody Culver. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself,
And
must be
no,
enjoying this.
in fact.
Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot
One
of
run
strikes.
for
We're seeing a
Miami
lot
so
of
far
swings. We're seeing
has
some
all
great
been
plays
the
on
whole
defense.
difference between
This
us
has been a
today.
snappy one up to this point.
Try cutter up and in.
And he lays off for
Just
ball
about
one.
got his elbow, but you know, you shouldn't get too worried about that.
Nobody out now. Nobody
Jason only hits about 1 batter a year.
Line to the right side.
Statistically, he's very much he's safer up here than he is driving a car.
Right guy, right spot. Come on now, kid.
The 1-2. And
Swats the
he'll hang in
12-6
here as he
down
reaches
below
to
the
foul
zone.
This one away.
But he was late on it.
Hey, give yourself right here. Hey, let's go now. One time.
How about
Now
a cutter
another
down and
1-2.
in?
Pulled toward right
That's
center field.
swatted.
On the move is
Jock Peterson's going to
He
have it
makes the
there,
catch.
right
A
center
great effort
field.
to
That's
get
the
there
first
and
out.
record the first out of the inning.
And they're leaving Sandy Alcantara in because he's got a good game going.
Sandy Alcantara. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
Swing and a miss.
But he's
Circle
right
change.
on here. 1 strike. 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error so far.
Two-seamer up in the zone.
That's
That gets a
taken.
strike.
Now it's 0-2.
We'll go ahead and try to get him on one bouncing.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with
okay.
one of the dirt, but he'll hold back
get on
here. It's
course here.
1-2. And
Swing and a
he
miss.
struck him out.
Thanks for
Good
playing.
pitch there as he
Have a seat,
registers
get
his
comfortable.
8th punch out of the ball game.
And we got the cap increase on our curveball. So hopefully we won't have to do that again anytime soon.
Completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Give him a slider first pitch. Haven't thrown that hardly at all today.
And a bouncing
Swats
ball
that down and
foul.
in.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Try one up and in now.
Fouled off.
And having got that curveball, now I can go back to the rest of my repertoire a lot more comfortably. Try one down and away. Changeup gets swung on and hit.
Young man, 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off
Jason's
speed.
over
Let's
100
see if he can
pitches
catch
now at this
something on
point.
the
This is
barrel.
101.
Another
Swats
one
two-seam
sent
up above the zone. We'll go ahead and use the showtime. I've got nothing else left in the tank right now. I might as well use it. Swing and a miss. That'll be Malik Smith going down on strikes. And that'll end the inning.
So nothing happening this time around. 7th inning stretch time coming up here in the desert. It's the Marlins 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Michael Conforto.
And Michael Conforto's coming up to the plate, hopefully to give us a little bit of pop-up here, because we really need some. And I guess we'll find out whether or not the Diamondbacks can take over from this 1-0 deficit. Survey says...
Well, it took about a game and a half to seal this deal, but they took the lead.
Well, Jason came out and did his job, and Arizona managed to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th, but we managed to lose it in the top of the 14th. Jason pitches for 7 innings, allowing 1 run on 7 hits, collecting 9 strikeouts, and getting a no decision on the day. He remains at 3-0 on the year, and 62 and 39 in his career. His ERA is at 2.28, his FIP is at 2.40, and his xFIP is at 3.01. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.